Welcome to the Quick Start for Mapping using MicroStation Connect Edition. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at drawing with precision. We want to be able to create geometry precisely. And of course, creating geometry is an essential part of any mapping project. Being able to create our geometry with precision is accomplished by using a variety of different drawing commands, and then also pairing those drawing commands with AccuDraw. AccuDraw is a precision drawing aid that may be used with any drawing tool to create elements or modify or manipulate elements at exact geographic coordinates, allowing us to include a precise amount of distance and angles. So we're going to go ahead and essentially construct the footprint of a building near a proposed road, and this will be done using our geographic coordinate systems and AccuDraw. Let's get started by looking at the file that we want to work on, and we're going to go browse for a file called Map Updates. And we essentially have something that we want to get started with here. We want to, first of all, check our geographic coordinate system, and we do have the correct one up here, the EPSG 2236, so that one's good. We want to also then draw a building, so we're going to use the building tools here to help us do that. So we're going to go to the Home tab and select the level called Building. We're going to be using the bi-level color, style, and weight for building. So we just choose, for example, in terms of color, there's the bi-level. We just click on bi-level. Over here, we can select bi-level, and same thing here. So the building then is going to be located based on some aerial photography information somewhere in this area. So to help us a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the references here, the raster manager. I could just highlight all of these using the Shift key and then turn off their display in View 1. That's what these numbers down here for. Control the display of the selected references in each view. Now I'm ready to get started with this, and I'm going to go ahead and use AccuDraw to help me here. So the first thing I need to do is to pick a tool. I'm going to use the Place Smart Line command, and that's all ready to go for me now. And now I need to hit the letter P on the keyboard. And when I do that, it gives me the choice of doing a multi-point key in or a single point key in. We're going to go ahead and do a single point key in, and then we'll try a multi-point after that. It allows me to enter absolute X and Y data. I can also do deltas and distances and from an auxiliary coordinate system, but we already have that absolute XY there, so that's what we're going to use. And I have this data in a PDF document, so there it is. I'm just going to copy and paste that information in. At this point, I can hit the Enter key on the keyboard, and my first point is placed. Now I can continue on with additional key-ins of data. So I'll go ahead and hit the letter P again, and this time I'll do a multi, allowing me to keep this dialog box up. So the next point is also from my PDF document. I can just copy and paste that in, and I can keep going with this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what's going on here. So you can see your geometry being created as you enter in your data. So it's doing the creation of the geometry precisely based on the numbers that we've been keeping in. keying in. So let's go ahead and take a look at some other things that we could do with AccuDraw. We'll continue on with the Play Smart Line tool. We don't need to select it again. MicroStation continues in the same command until you choose a new command. We're going to go ahead and construct a line here to show an alignment of a roadway. And so what we're going to do is, first of all, make AccuDraw our active, SmartLine our active tool, and use AccuDraw to help us start with some points here. So we want to set our level to CL Construction DP, and again we're going to use the bi-level color style and weight. We're going to enter the following coordinate that's also in our PDF document, so I can just copy and paste that. Hit enter, and there's my line right there. You can see starting at the intersection over there. And you'll notice that I could actually do a couple of different things here to switch around my AccuDraw command. So currently I'm drawing in X and Y mode. So I'm entering an X distance and a Y distance, but maybe I want to enter distances in terms of length and angle. So I can use the AccuDraw shortcut M for change mode, and now I'm doing distance and angle. So that's an important little change there. Now I can enter in a length, for example. And a distance. So here I can use my distances, I'm sorry, now an angle. So here I can use my degrees, minutes, and seconds. I'm going to separate them by semicolons. And hit enter on the keyboard. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and you can see it goes all the way out here. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a arc. So I'm just basically tracing over this line again here, as you can see. To do an arc, I want to switch to the arc mode here, and I can use the tilde key, this little squiggle key next to just to the left of the number 1 on your keyboard, and that'll switch me to arc mode. So now I can go ahead and start to draw arcs, and I want to get the right radius here, so I need to key in a radius, and so I'm going to go ahead and go straight up and then type in a radius of 243 approximately, 0.73. There's my radius, and I'm going to accept that. Now it's going to let me draw an arc. And next, all I have to do is to define a sweep angle. And you can see the sweep angle actually is being set by AccuDraw here. So I can actually go into AccuDraw and do the sweep angle using, again, my degrees, minutes, and seconds. And semicolon can be used to separate things between degrees, minutes, and seconds. There we go. There's my sweep angle. And I'm going to use the tilde key to switch back to the line mode and key in my last distance here of 440.17. Oops, not that. Put it in the angle field. I didn't want to do that. So line myself up and type in the correct distance. Type the number into the right field. And then left mouse button to make that line. And now I've completed my geometry precisely. In the next session, we're going to take a look at how we can edit street geometry and look at the editing tools in MicroStation.